What do you think about the thought that there being no afterlife actually makes us appreciate and enjoy this life and all its beauty rather than basing your life entirely on, maybe there is or isn't an afterlife? Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have any other thought besides I absolutely agree with that. And I think that is one of the huge lessons that I look at religion, or I look at Christianity, look at spirituality, and I'm just like, man, everybody is trying desperately to get to this afterlife, to get to this, what heaven on earth, to get to out of body something. And I'm preaching to the choir when I say this as well. That I'm speaking to myself. That people are just trying to go somewhere else when it's just like, looking into atheism, atheists, because they, have to in their worldview, which isn't a bad thing, come into this principle of, making, appreciating, like you're saying, appreciating and enjoy this life and all of its beauty day by day, moment by moment, with the people you're with, just appreciating life. You have in spiritual people, religious people, you got a lot, and this is very general. This isn't for everybody, but this is what I generally see, is that a lot of them are so focused on the spiritual, so focused on getting somewhere or doing something, that if they forget to look at what is right there in front of them and to appreciate that and to have gratitude for that, and there's actually joy in that. That is one of those atheistic principles that I'm like, I absolutely love it. Um, and I say atheistic, somebody might hear me say that and say, well, it's not atheistic. It came from this or that, or, spiritual people can have that too, and whatever. And, they're right. But the people that I see that actually do something about it, that actually practice that principle, it's not just a principle, it's not just a good thought, but the people that actually have to put it into practice because their worldview requires it, are atheists. And that's why yes, there's a lot of atheists that are, jerks, but there are also plenty of atheists that are a lot more loving and caring than, the average religious or spiritual person, because they have that principle in life. And it's so needed. And that's why I say you can't look at this spectrum of theism, atheism, and there's agnosticism and everything in between, all of that, all the gray area, the black and white. You can't look at this and then say, like, okay, well, this is right, this is wrong. And it's like there are truths through all of it that can be applied through your daily life that I think would be absolutely beneficial. And so, that's why I got a huge problem with, I guess, people that are like, people that just look at it as right and wrong, people that look at it as black and white. And I'm like, there's so much gray, and there's so much goodness in the gray. There's so much good stuff. There's so much truth, and there's so much that can be applied to your everyday life in that gray area. And so, that's like, I don't prescribe to the worldview, or I don't look at myself as an atheist, but I take that principle and I'm like, I want to listen to atheists and hang out with atheists and, have relationship with atheists that practice that and that have that worldview and that put that into being, because I want to be like that. I want to live my life like that. I want to have gratitude for the present moment, for everyday life, for this life, not just looking out and, about the afterlife, or about, trying to go somewhere else. I think that's a huge value that humanity can benefit from, that is very well practiced by atheists. Many people might disagree with that, but I just think that's I think that's the truth of the matter of what's going on.